Good morning and welcome to Daily Game Design. Have some fun little updates. One of them is that I crafted a prototype for South Shore Vibes yesterday. I didn't get anybody at Armchair to play it. I went late to Armchair just because I wanted to get this done. And I pulled it out. Actually, I printed everything and then I took some scissors and whatever I needed. I took that over to Armchair and worked on it over there. It was actually kind of cool to not play something at first, but just to sit with people who were playing. I know I was distracting. But there was actually a cool thing or kind of an interesting thing where I was chatting with some people I'm getting to know a little bit. Haven't really spent much time with them, but it was kind of interesting that again, I've met them a few times and I think I've played one or two games with them. There are a couple that I saw at TTOCon in the spring. And so I sat down and my friend Sarah's like, yeah, he's the guy who runs the retreats. So that's cool when people share about something that is meaningful to me and something that we're pretty proud of and something we put a lot of work into when they share that with people. So that was cool. And then Karen's the lady said, sorry, I guess I just gave it away. Then she said, oh, and this Valentine's thing. And it was an interesting thing after that where she said something like, I've been wanting to check out your events before something. It was almost like wanted to get to know us, wanted to get to know what we do before committing to something like the retreat. That was my take, my takeaway. So that was kind of interesting and another reason to keep working with people, keep working in community building and just build trust, build credibility, spend time with people. And it's not just so more people will come to the retreat, but it's so that we can bring more people together and do more interesting things, encourage more people, help people feel more connected, more welcome. That's what we're doing when we build these events, And anyway, so it was pretty neat that it's just those little connections, those little times spent together, those little bits of time that translate into potentially good friends. And people take risks, and then sometimes those things work out, sometimes they don't. And it's really cool when people take risks on me. It's cool when people take risks on us as we're doing the retreat. It's just an interesting process. It takes time, takes getting to know people. Anyway, so I was there sitting at the table finishing up this prototype, and so just as a just in the sense of the components, it actually turned out pretty good. This was with dice I got from Ming and just laid them out. I actually got home last night, went through a full play test myself, or what looks to me like it'll probably be a full play test. And anyway, I think that was that was nice that I found these clear dice. I think it's cool because they're a little more watery, right? Just a quick criticism is that the size of these dice and the size of the hexes is not good. So it's great in TTS because I can just make those adjustments as I need to. But anyway, it works. My fat fingers have a hard time maneuvering the dice around in there a little bit. But overall, even on this print and play sheet, it's fine. It works fine. I could definitely make some more space. I don't need the track on there right there. Okay, so I don't know that there's no reason to be super excited about what is working in this game, but I think it's pretty clean. I think it's fairly simple. It's definitely been helpful to just cut and reimagine things, kind of give up on theme. I feel like that's something that Sugar Shack taught me was like, don't cling desperately to theme. And anyway, so that was nice. There's a comment from this guy. We found that after designing something else, bringing the lessons you learned to an old design can quickly see iterations. It's a journey, learn more each time we try something. Yeah, so that's absolutely right. This is all a process, and that's something I need to really hammer home with my students, my writing students. It's so important to go through this process over and over and over and over. And in their case, they're writing papers. In my case, I'm designing games or doing other creative things where I produce something, imagine a certain type of experience, and then see how close I get, and then continually refine, experiment. So anyway, it's a beautiful process, and it's just exciting to see something that is this clean coming out of all the ideas I've had in the past. As I was playing it, I played a 4-player game, and it's very crowded as a 4-player game. It might be that, we just add... Actually, I could add horizontally. I could just add another column for 4 players. I actually should probably do that. I don't know what the numbers would be in that case. Yeah. Okay, so just thinking, I could add some width, but also being crowded is kind of interesting. It's it's definitely fiddly because you're stacking dice. So I think there might need to be another type of component that like these are the dice available, and then you would take a chip representing one of these dice, maybe place it under a die so it's not so it's not a tower and something that you can like knock over easily. The other thing is just making the hexes bigger and the dice smaller. I think that's okay. But the crowdedness itself is, I don't want to say problematic exactly, but I guess being so close, it is a party wave. Everybody's right there next to each other on the wave. And so there's some theme. It'd be nice to play with a bunch of different player counts just to see what sort of breathing the game does. But I noticed something last night as I was playing. Anyway, I had a quick thought about it this morning over fried rice for breakfast. And it is that these, especially on a crowded board, these that take going left. So, okay, let me just describe a couple more early commitments I'm making. Let me find out. I moved South Shore Vibes back up into the design projects in focus area. Actually, I'm gonna download this photo too. Okay, I just need to save it. Oh, let's try that. Okay, so a few key commitments. One is movement. Maybe I should do this. I forget. Is that? I think that's bulleted. Movement is scan left to right, bottom to top. This allows players to chain turns, chain moves. This also works because the starting columns are separated by 1 hex. So if you start to the left of somebody, you actually could get 2 movements before the next player. you could actually kind of slide down in front of them, which I think actually works really well. I think that's very cool. I don't know why this did not occur to me before. And in fact, I can't even think of what the rule was before this. I think just everybody took one turn at a time. So the other thing was rounds. I think the round is actually fine. I don't need like a rolling kind of thing. It's okay. Everybody's on one wave. No need. One wave. Round structure. Thematically, everyone is on one wave. So even though you can like dramatically, you can move down the wave at dramatically different speeds, I think that's fine. And it's fine if somebody ends their round early because they wanted to rush something. And so I can describe a little bit about what that could be in a second. So round structure, thematically everyone is on one wave. So everyone finishes the wave. Then reassess VP and play gain a die and place for the next wave. I've typed way, then backed up and typed wave, W-A-Y-V-E, twice in a row. Interesting. Engine building. No, this is gaining dice. Rather than buying dice, players gain one die per round. Okay, nice. Wow, so I found out this like kind of cool, at least for me it's cool. I discovered that in Vivaldi, that's the browser I'm using here, in Vivaldi you can lay out different windows within each browser window. It's almost like window panes. And so I can arrange everything so I can see YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all in one window. But also I don't have the comments focused in Facebook. I have the stream health focused in Facebook. So it's actually cool to like look over at the stream health. That would obviously apply to the other two platforms where I usually see people like commenting and stuff or just writing in here. So that's actually really cool. I'm glad to have discovered that. I think it was yesterday I accidentally did that. So excited about little things. Other little things that are kind of cool. So more and more Rise of Babel is delivering. So I think I checked it yesterday whether people are like commenting and stuff or like leaving reviews, but excited to see that. I think Three Magi is also delivering, but I'm not too sure. It's just cool. Like I really hope the rulebook is not a train wreck. Yeah, gaining dice rather than buying dice. Players gain one die per round. That's nice. So remember, if you remember what I was doing in previous iterations, players would lose dice over time. So they would feel this like constriction, whereas players want to feel bigger and better and stronger throughout a game, not weaker. so I just abandoned that. Like 2 days ago, I just said, no, too bad. It's time to go. So anyway, that was interesting. Yeah. Okay. There was another thing. Oh, players claim skill cards when they. Oh, let me actually. There was another setup thing. when setting up a round, roll the VP dice, place from largest to smallest. Place left to right from largest to smallest. So that was really cool because it pressures players. Because see, right now players are encouraged to go right. That's what the skills are. That's like showing off a little bit. Is like, yes, the wave is a left, but like you can turn and you can do cool stuff on the wave. So actually, you're turning right. In other words, you're going the opposite direction of where the wave is naturally trying to take you. So it's going to take longer. And also, putting the points over here, it's another reason to go right. But the trouble is that it's going to be that the higher numbers are on the right. On the left side. So you're turning into the higher numbers, and it's like, to get this shape and some of the other shapes under these, it's actually really difficult to like keep going right. So you have to start over here and cut in between everybody and around everybody and hope they leave you space. So that's a incredible pressure. Like it just works. It's good. And so putting the high dice, like how to set up was a really important, simple thing. Like, okay, roll the dice, arrange them left to right, highest to lowest. That was a really great little detail that just kind of worked out. Okay. Players claim skill cards. Players score. Players claim skill cards when they end the wave. So that's one reason to like rush down the wave, is like once you've done a skill and you rush to the bottom, then you can be the one to claim that. But to rush is going to cost you. Oh, I think I wanted to change the cost of rushing. So I'm going to make it 3 instead of 4. Four is just punishing. Yeah, I think that's okay. So we'll do 3 here as well. Was there something else I wanted to change right away? Oh, thought I had to do with the cards. I can come back to the cards. That's my turn somewhere. Oh, very cool thing. So I went, I was at Armchair last night. We played through T-Witches. T-Witches, it was nice. It's funny, like now I feel like I can sit in the chair of judgment over these games because I'm a designer, and I was a little critical of it, but overall I think I had a really great time. I lost by, let's see, the score. The high scores were in the 100s, like I think it was 106 and 102, and then I was at 80. And I actually felt fine. Like I felt good about that. I had a very enjoyable time. It's worker placement with some interesting twists. Yeah, so I was hanging out. That was with Megan and Chase. We played, had a good time. And then after I went in and hung out with the guys inside, at the end, like we were all kind of heading home, and Omar gave me Puerto Rico. He has the latest edition of Puerto Rico, but the retail version, not the deluxe version. So he's ordered the deluxe. So he handed off Puerto Rico to me. I thought that was very sweet, very cool. So I appreciated that. I don't know how I'm drafting all these cards. I feel like, oh, these are my hand. Select up to 4 cards to buy for 3 ME each. I really don't remember how this game works. Oh man. This one I'm going to keep for sure. This one I think I want. Okay. For 3 ME each, I have 25, so I'm not going to get very much done this time. Ooh, am I making plants? I am. Yeah, this is great. It's a good game. Because now that I'm looking at this, I still don't fully know what I'm doing. But I can see a problem here. Like, should I... This is expensive. It gives me whatever this is. What is this? The city tag? It lets me place a city thing. This one is like a no-brainer because I'm making plenty of heat. So, yeah. These would work well together. But, and let's see. Raise your TR 3 steps. Terraforming rating, right? 3 steps. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll just let it go. Should I buy all 3 though? That's the question. Do I want one of these? What is increase your steel production 1 step? I'm just gonna buy these. Fine. So that hurts, but yeah, I've only got 16 money now. I did very few actions last round, so that was too bad. Okay, what was I thinking about? Players claim skill cards. Yeah, skill cards when they end the wave, right? Scoring. This is a strong incentive to race down the wave after doing a skill. Doing a new skill. Okay, scoring is starting point plus number of dice used, number of player dice used, plus ending point plus skills. Yeah, I had one run yesterday as I was self playtesting. That was like 16 points. That was great because the first run was like it could be like 9 points. So like the runs do get more valuable over time, which is great. That's very cool. No, somebody got 19 points, I think. Yeah, it was awesome. Okay, updates. I'll call it. Actually, I like this word commitments because, yeah, it's deciding, okay, mechanically, this is how things are going to go. Steps for ending the wave. So score, this for sure. Score, remove the dice from your run. Score. Claim a skill. Score. Remove dice from your run. Reroll neutral dice. This was a really cool realization. It's that if you because the neutral dice do get used up. So what I tried was 2 dice per player. So a 4-player game, that's 8 dice, especially when the runs get longer and longer on the waves. That is not many dice. So if you figure like, especially with these higher numbers of players, let's say like 3 or 4 get used on the first placement, that's half of the neutral dice. So then you're really, really stuck, like needing to spend points to adjust your dice, or you're having to, rely on exactly the dice exactly as you have them. Here's a cool thing I noticed. there's actually good reason to have. I was thinking at first like low dice are like if you have enough low dice, if you have a lot of low dice, I was at first thinking, okay, that's actually bad because then you're stuck over here. In a sense, though, it's not that bad because the neutral dice, if there's a lot of high neutral dice, now if everything is low, if neutral dice is low and the dice in your pool are low, then yes, you're probably going to be stuck over here unless you're willing to pay a bunch. But if the neutral dice are high and most of your dice are low, that's actually really good because it gets you, you could actually start over here and it gets you through the first 3 or 4 steps of your wave by using the neutral dice, the high dice that most people are not going to be using, especially of course later on in the wave when the numbers are irrelevant. I mean, high dice are impossible to use. So anyway, that was cool to notice that there's not necessarily a good or bad roll at the start. Not necessarily. There will be conditions where it's like, oh, that's not great. But a high dice, mainly high dice or mainly low dice is not, it seems like both are actually kind of cool and useful. So that was great. So steps for ending the wave. Claim a skill. Score. Remove the dice from your run. Reroll neutral dice. Reroll scoring die. That's a lot here. Reroll personal pool. So that's a lot. Claiming a skill is not going to happen every time. Scoring is going to happen every time. Picking your dice up off the board is going to happen every time. Rerolling the neutral dice, rerolling scoring die, rerolling personal pool. It goes by pretty fast, but it is like a kind of a big number of steps that you have to remember. So that's not too awesome. What was another thing that felt like something I need to remember? Because you can stack only 2 high, but that's been one of the re-rolling. You can re-roll any number of dice in a particular pool by spending the appropriate number of VPs, and you can do this any number of times during your turn. So I said that in that very awkward way because I'm making it possible for you to be able to re-roll the pool, the pool of personal dice. You can choose any number of dice to re-roll there, and the pool of neutral dice. So that's great. Oh, the surfers. That's what these pawns. They are placed at the bottom of the current run, like where as far as the player has gotten as they're placing dice. That pawn is on the bottom die, the die closest to the ending spots. Here, that was helpful. Like just having a surfer is pretty helpful. So it'd be cool if there were like meeples and stuff for it. Okay, what else did I do? Oh. Initial placements. Initial placement. Initial placement on the wave is lowest to highest VP ties. First tie, lowest lowest number of skills places first. Second tie, roll off. Higher number wins. So that was cool, like gathering these skill cards. You know what's missing though, and this I realized when I was chatting with Megan and Chase after, because I took both of I took Sugar Shack, I took Party Wave. It's a little sad that South Shore Vibes is gone. I think it should be gone because this doesn't make any sense anymore because it is very hectic. I think Party Wave also is a little more, it's clearer to understand, it's easier to understand, slightly more evocative. So what's great is these rules are, I think, both fairly intuitive and they don't add weight. They're just parameter. They're just reigning in the game, right? Like it wouldn't take that long to teach everything I've described here. Some of it is setup rules. Some of it is steps that you go through that could be listed somewhere. But again, I think in general, I'm very happy with the direction, the cleanliness of this design, the elegance of this design. I'm very excited about it. It doesn't mean yellow's going to take it, but I'm still excited about it. You know what? Actually, I went. I had the prototype on my laptop when I went to school yesterday, and I worked on it. And at the end of the school day, my friend in the office said, "Yeah, I need you for an extra hour after school." I usually stay after school anyway. She knows that, so like it was like perfect. Like cool, I'll just hang out down there. And so she sent me down to the Umiya classroom, which is where students on in-school suspension are waiting out their sentence. And I've been down there before. In fact, I've been a part of a lot of drama down there. One moment in that drama was playing Monopoly with one of the students, and that whole thing imploded. It was nuts. So that's me saying I will never play Monopoly again after that situation. But anyway, so I went down there. These boys are just like, they're edgy. They love just running their mouths. They love trying to see what you'll do if they say something or do something. You know, they're in there because, you know, they're cool, and they're cool because they're like involved in vaping and drugs, and like they beat people up. It's like kind of intense. And um, in fact, I ran into the both of them who are still there. So I actually knew the boys. I had the flavor of the boys I was going to be with because I was in the staff bathroom in the office, walked in, and one of the boys is vaping in there. And I didn't tell the office until later, but it was just still a very goofy thing that these guys are just like in their own world. So anyway, I told them I make games. I pulled two of them over. There's three boys in there. Two of them over, and we actually ran through this game. We ran through on TTS. And so that was really cool. That, first of all, it was a way just to kind of connect with the boys, see how they are with decision making, you know, obviously play test a little bit, see if I can make any progress on the design itself. And it was cool. Like they picked it up, they were kind of making sense of it. They were able to take some turns. And there were also things that I hadn't figured out yet that now I have. But because of that playtest, so it was actually like useful, and it was a cool thing to like get them distracted a little bit, connect with them a little bit. It was just it was a neat, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So that was cool. So I think setup is still probably 5 points. 5 points seems like plenty. Setup. I'll do some more setup details. Did I place some setup details? Initial setup. Initial setup is 5 VP. Oh, you know what we should do? Actually, we should probably pick a random player. Choose a random player. That player gets 5 VP. The rest get one more VP. Going clockwise. Going clockwise, the rest get one more VP than the previous player. Because it probably is an advantage to go first. So let's respect that. And anyway, that also, makes it pretty uneven then, or maybe more likely to have an uneven number. Maybe it'll be easier to avoid ties. Not too sure. Initial setup. Choose a random player. That player gets. When did I? Okay. The rest get one more VP than the previous player. Cool. You know what I still haven't really figured out is what to do with falling off the wave, because I feel like I'm trying to give some catch-up mechanism. I'm trying to include some catch-up mechanisms, but if you fall off, should you get anything? I think I'm going to try this. Falling off the wave. Gain VP equal score based on starting position and number of dice. I don't know. Should you be able to score skills? Probably, right? Score starting. Where did I place that? Scoring list. Scoring starting point. Starting point. I should say position. Starting position, ending position. Okay, so falling off the wave. Score. The score. The score. Starting position plus number of player dice used plus skill. Do not score ending position or claim new skills. Yeah, because it's got to be like a punishment, right? At least something that encourages players to get to the bottom, other than just scoring a few more points. Anyway, that's good. Okay, so the one aspect, I think this is what I was gonna say when I was talking with Megan and Chase after, and I showed them, or talked about this game a little bit. We were discussing engine building in general, and I realized that players are not making decisions that make them feel stronger here. They're gaining dice throughout the game, so they're gonna be able to do more with those dice. So that's cool by itself. But what is missing is actual engine building. So engine building, I want to figure this out because these skills don't do anything for you. They only give you points. So what I was wondering is if I could include maybe a special ability on them or like a one-time ability that you can use throughout the wave. So for example, I think you could on these cards, I think you could have, let's say a location on the card. I'm gonna just brainstorm one right now. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll stick this little square up here. I'm actually gonna change a lot about this so it's not, so it doesn't look like. Just make this white. Square it up even more. Maybe not quite that square. Okay, and now what I'm thinking is, what if you could use you could use every card you get for every skill you gain adds some one-time use ability. What size? What should I do with this? Should this go off to the side here? Probably, right? Let's do that. It was like this because I didn't have anything else. Like I centered it because there was nothing to put in the right-hand corner anyway. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, regardless of the skill, I was gonna reflect a little bit on the scoring here too, but regardless of the skill level, you could just use these. You could use these abilities like one time. So that's what I'm thinking about, and they would be the same abilities. So let's say. Oh wait, maybe no. I can add an ability for each level. Let's do that. So here's a cube, a cube spot, and let's say in every one level, let's add, where did that go in? No, didn't add anything. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say +1 -1. That was not a minus. +1 -1. Okay. So this is an ability, a one-time use for the round, where you can increase or decrease the value of a die by 1. So you just mark that with one of your cubes. All right, so that's a level 1 ability. And let's place that on every card. Oh, this is going to be nuts. All right, so next one, let's say the next one is what? So the other ideas I can think of are that, oh, don't do that. Don't you dare. So the other abilities that come to mind are that you could choose a die face, right? So that'd be like pretty strong, right? So you could choose a die face once. I have the icon for that. Oh, maybe one. Nah, just a free reroll. That's totally fine, right? So free reroll. I actually don't think. Wait. No, level 1 should be a reroll. Level 2 should be more control, right? So this is, it's cool because yeah, let me get rid of this. Because a reroll is nice. But it's still random, right? It's still useful, but it's still random. But it's a level 1. It's a level 1 ability, right? I think so. So I can make this a little bigger. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so then I can get, actually, that was silly. Why did I do this? So the 2s are now this. I guess I need to get rid of this too. So like this, I do need to change how the scoring works on this one, because this is really, really hard. Because you are very unlikely to cut through everybody like this. I think so, anyway. Okay, so A1, A2. So B1 still needs this. Oops. B1, and then this is going away. C1. C2. Okay, this is going away. This is going away. Oops. So C2, D2. And I would name these, but for now, we'll just kind of leave it like this. Okay, so the last one will be to choose a die face, and that will feel very powerful, I think. Yeah, I like this a lot. Very simple. Easy to understand. I don't know that I need this secondary scoring, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this. So just like every time you make this pattern, you score. And it's because now the cards are useful in other ways. It's not just, oh, let me race to get this card for the big burst of points one time. That's not really useful exactly. Really so it's great that you can score, but it's going to be even cooler that you can use them for abilities. What I also just realized is that if you gain a new skill, you should just cover a previously earned skill. So that doesn't mean you need to go in order. Like you don't have to have 2 to go to 3. You could actually just gain 3 first, but then actually the way I'm setting it up, the way I'm setting this up anyway, is like these are in order. So A1 and 2 would already be gone, and if the other players don't get them, that's on them. If they don't continue working on the same skill, that's on them. Okay, this is incredibly difficult, I think. So I'm going to change how points work here. But I'm going to say this one going to drop that to 1 point. I think this is okay. I just realized how I should do this. So for every step I go right, so this is going right actually. It looks like it's left, but if you're coming this way on the wave, you're turning right. So I'm going to say for every move to the right, that is a half point. For every move down, no, wait. Okay, for every move to the right is 1 point. Every move down is a half a point. Every move to the right is no points. I'm sorry, to the left. That's, I know I just mixed myself up there. But so as an example, this would be 1, 2, 2.5, 0. So it's 2.5 points. And I think we should round down. Gonna round down. See how this turns out. So this is 1, 2, 3.5. So round down. So this is 3 points. This is 1, 2, 3.5, 4. 4.5. So it's at 4. Now here is 1, 2, 3.5. 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5. So it's 1, 2, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 5.5. Does it hurt to round up, honestly? Then all of these just count as 1. Let me see. So this is 1, 2.5, and 0. So this is 2 points. Because my okay, yes. Okay, that's okay so far. So this is 1. This is still 2 points. Okay, now here's something else going on. So it's 1. So 1, 2. Oh, wait a second. 1, 2.5. So let's round up. So I what I needed to do was think in terms of steps. I wasn't doing that. I was just counting hexes. So this is 1, 2.5, 3.5. So it's 4. 1, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. It's 5. Perfect. So 1. This is just 1 point. Okay. It's 1. It's still 1.5. Oh, wait, no. It's 1.5. 1.5. So this is actually 2 points. So all of these starting ones. 1, 2.5, 3, 4.5 is 5. You know what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna change this one up. Ungroup. Drop this one here. So this is now 1, 1.5, 2. It's still 2. So that works. Copy and then group that. And let me change this one. Okay, we'll bring it out this way. Okay, so what is this now? So this is a 1, 1.5, 2, 3. This is a 3 now. Nice. And this is a 1, 1.5, 2. Perfect. Ungroup this. Okay, let me just check my thinking here. Do I want... Okay, if I want all of these to be... If I want A's... What if I want a 2, a 4, and a 6? What if I just do this? What if I just forget the number of things? I want this to be a 2, so it's a 2. Cool. And now I want a 4. Is this a 4? Should it be exactly a 4? Probably, right? Wait, so 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Ah, man. It's just a 4. I think it should have a 2, a 3, and a 5. Let me do that. I think that would be better. And so or should they all be 3.5? But still count them as 3, so rounding down. So this is 2 points exactly. Okay. This is 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 5. That would be so hard. Two, 3, and 4 points. Should I just do that? I mean, now they're getting these abilities, so they don't need as many points from them, right? So a 2 exactly, a 3.5, and a 4.5. We're giving them 3 and 4 points. Let's try that. So this is 1, 1.5, 2. Perfect. 1, 1.5, 2, 3. Perfect. One of the main things here is that I just don't... I can't... you shouldn't be able to earn... Like, here. So this is 3 hexes going right. This is 2 hexes going right and 2 going down. Okay. So these look pretty different now. I kind of like that this is really long going from right to left. Of course, looking at us or looking down and going down the wave. What if I add just 2 more? This would be really tough to get. But it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, like that's interesting. And so it should be added up to 3.5. Oh wait, no. What was I doing? Wait, so it's 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Right. Okay. And now this is, so this is going to become 4. So this is 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5. Good. Okay, here's a new one. Yeah, so unfortunately this one starts in the same way. You know what I don't have yet is straight down. So let me do this. So I'm going to start with 2 straight down. Wait. Because another thing is this, the shape. Wait a minute. Yeah, so this is kind of the problem I was highlighting before. It's that this is exactly on the way to this. And so starting this small is not that awesome. What if I flip this? Let me go the other way then, because I don't have. Let me. I don't think I can, but I'll just have to move these around. Okay, so let's go here. So that's 0. So this is 0. So this is half. Okay, 0, 1/2. I mean, there's still dice, so maybe it should be a quarter, right? There's still, you still have to spend dice. So I'll give. This is not free. This is a quarter. What I'm trying to highlight is the ease of being able to make this shape, but I should also include that it's going to cost dice. So I think that should still matter. But let me try this. So it's 1/4, 1/2, 1, 2. Okay. Now it's important that yikes. Wait. Um, and then I need a 3.5 like this. Does this shape exist anywhere yet? No, right? No. Or what if I do this? Quarter. Quarter. This is way too many. This is way too many dice. Like, oh, this is not good. I thought I had a nice system, and now it's feeling not so nice. Yeah, because this is only for 3 points. There's no way this is just for 3 points. So quarter, quarter. So it's half. Wait, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 is half. Plus half is 1. So we're at 1 here. 2, 3. 3.25, 3.5. So this is 3 points. That is not great. Wait, what if I, let's see, quarter, 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 half. What if I came in here? Hang on 1 second. What if I did this? So this would be quarter, quarter, quarter. Okay. No, maybe both of these should be half. So half, half, and then there. Okay. Let me just do that. So even though, I mean, yeah. Even though you get to go again, it should be slightly more valuable. Because it's easier. Where was I just now? Is this even possible? Let's heaven down. It's 1, 2. Wait, what is this shape? So 3 and then 3. So 1, 3, and 3. So 1, 3, and 3. From here, it's 1, 3, and 3. It's not even possible. Uh-oh. Yeah. At least not on that side of the board. So this is 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5. Wait a minute. Should be like this. 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5 is 4. Here is 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. 2. Wait. What? 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5. Right. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. 1, 1.5, 2. 1, 1.5, 2, 3. What is this? So it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. You know what? The other thing I have, let's say I think re-rolling is stronger. If I had 4 abilities to choose from. Oh man, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. How many configurations are there for 3 dice? So there's one here. Let's do this. Let's have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay. Right, this would basically be it then, right? It's just actually no, wait a second. So this duplicate this and just make these all tiny. Because then we have this one. So we can kind of order them like here, here, and here. Something like this. Oh, and we still need one that does this. Mm-hmm. Basically, you just need the reflection. So these, is that it? Is that everything? No, because we need this, right? And then we need the same thing. Where would this go? It would be like in here, but you can also do the same thing on this side. Is that everything? Okay, now if I was to try to apply the same cost, let's say they all cost 3 dice. So let's start there. At minimum 3 dice. They could cost 6, but let's say for now they cost 3. And so this would be evaluated at a 5. Wait. Well, if I'm adding 3 to everything, then I don't need to do that at all. I don't need to add 3 to anything. So this is a 2, right? Actually, let me change this a little bit and shrink this down even more. I think I'm going to drop this in here. Move this up. Okay, so this, with the scheme as it is, this is a 2. Okay, this is a 1.5. This is a 1. Right? This is also a 1. This is 1. Actually, this is 1.5. Where did that go? This is a 1. This is a 1.5. Okay, this is also a 1. And now this, what is this? This is 8.5. This is the first 0.5. This is a 1. Because it's the same as the other one. Then a 0.5. And a 0. That's what the current scheme. Okay, so now we can order them. Now we can order them by difficulty or cost. This is a 2. This. Right. Okay, and then the 1s. And then the 0.5s. Okay, and then finally, why not include the 0? So 4 abilities could be, well, so let's just take the 0 off the table for now. Oh man, but yeah, I think so. Oh, you know what we can also add to this matrix is how many turns it takes to do this. And I think if you add a turn to each one, let me do that. Actually, let me do that. So now this becomes a 4. This is a 1, 2. This becomes a 3.5. Okay, this is a 1, 2. So this is still a 3. And this is 1, 2. So this is a 2-turn thing. This becomes, wait, what was that? Okay, hang on. Actually, let me go back. Okay, I'm going to add the turns above over here. So this is going to take 2 turns for a total of 4. Where can I put the 4? Okay. And this is going to take 2 turns. Both are a total of 3.5. So this is 3.5. And 3.5. Right? So, yeah, because it would say 1 turn, 2 turns, 1 turn, 2 turns. Perfect, 3.5. Okay, now here is 1 turn, also 2 turns. So this is where I think I need to start shifting stuff. Because this is going to be different. Okay, so it's a 1 cost because it's 1 and then free and then half and then 1 free and then 1. So this is still a 1 cost over here. But let's see, this is going to take 1 turn, 2 turns. So this is still 2, and then this is going to take also 2 turns. So this is now a 3. Because the reason I'm doing it this way is that positioning matters a lot. So being able to take 2 turns in a row is like a big deal. So that's why this is over here. So this is gonna, because this would take one turn to do. Because this is for free, and then you get to go again. Yeah, so it takes. This is now a 2. All right, now this is So this is also a 1 here because you have, because it's 1 turn. Actually, no. This costs 2 turns. This costs 1 turn right here. Interesting. Wait a second. So this is going to cost 1 turn, and it costs 0.5 in movement. This is going to take 2 turns. So this now becomes a 2.5. Okay, and this is a 1.5. Okay, so now I can switch these. Wow, okay, wow. That was actually kind of cool to go through. Now the question is, how do we decide which we should consider to be skills? Probably the higher cost. So if we limit the game to 4 skills, I think we should do that. So we'll just get rid of, actually, let me just clear this off. Okay. It's like my little workspace. Okay, so let's say we preserve these 5. Now, how do we choose? Let's just say this is just way too expensive. Let's just get that out of here. Just for now. Okay, so now I can, let's say we have the abilities. Let me grab the abilities. Get 2. Okay. Okay, so let's say I have this ability. So re-rolling is the least valuable ability. And then +1, -1. Okay, and then probably +2, -2, right? Because that is close to being able to pick a die face, but it's not perfect. All right, -2, and then because let's say from a 1, you can go down to a 5, and you go up to a 3. Oh, so you're missing one number. So you're more likely to not. Well, okay. So let's say you re-roll. You just have to hit what you want. +1, -1. So if I'm at a 1, then I get access to half of the numbers. So it's 2 and 6. So I'm missing 3, 4, and 5. So I'm missing those 3. If I can add 2 or subtract 2 and I'm at 1, then I go down to 5. I go up to 3, so I'm only missing one number. And then the final ability that is strong is just picking a die face. This is the strongest. Okay, so let's say these are the 4 abilities. Now what I can do here is, actually just let me make these look pretty. Clean up for no great reason. So pretty much what I can do now is say, let's say if it starts with a 3, then the first ability would be this one. There's a reroll. If it starts with 3.5, then the first ability would be +1, -1. Okay, and then choosing a die face is after that. Okay, so let's say, actually I should ungroup these. Okay, so now let's say I have these 4 abilities, and I'll spread them out like this. Okay, now what I can do is add, do I even them out or do I keep them going? Let's say I keep this one going over here. So this becomes, wait. Okay, so next level down. So this becomes a 4.5. This becomes a 4. Let me put this up here. Oops. So this becomes a 4.5. The next one becomes a 4 if I do this. So this is now 4. This becomes a 4. because I kind of like this honeycomb pattern. And then let's say this becomes, where did that go? This becomes a 4 as well. Oh, I don't love that. Actually, if this stays like this, then it remains a 3. Interesting. Okay, 4.5, 4. It'd be nice to get a 3.5 out of this. So if this was like this instead. Wait, do I want a 3.5? Okay, because right now this would be here. Wait. I'm just gonna shrink these down. So this would be the abilities in order. It'd be like this. Then add this. And then add this, right? Okay. Now this would be like this. And then, wait a minute, wait. Yeah, so this is still off to the side. Okay, let me copy this. Here. And then here. If I get this to be a 3.5, and then here. Right? Because this is 3.5. Oh wait, so this should not be the case. This should be the case. Right? And then this. Oh, you know what I can do? Okay, let me work backwards here. So this ability, this will be 3. Okay, this should be 3.5. All right. Now it's 3.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 4. Right. 3.5, 4.5. Wait a minute. Okay, so this would start with this right here. And if this stays at 3, then it's just 3 rerolls all the time. But you get 3 of them, right? Or should they get 3.5? It should probably be 3.5, which would be like this. Because it's still points, right? As they say, at the end of the day, it's still points. So I can do this for 3.5. Okay. So 3.5 should be 1 and 1. And then another 3.5. So this becomes this shape. Which is actually kind of a cool shape, honestly. It's not as cool as I thought. Okay. Now if I start with 3.5. Okay, so this stays 3.5. So it stays 1. And then I go here. Right? And if it stays at 4, which would be this. Right, we're just adding one more die. That's kind of a cool hook, right? So it stays at 4, and this would remain the same. Okay. Now, if it's 3.5, 4.5. If it starts at 3.5. No, so this should come down. Do I see that anywhere? No. Okay, so this would stay at 4. And in that case, take this one. And should it be 4.5? I don't know. One of the things I like about what's happening is like in a grid. So 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. Right? It should be really good. For some reason though, I don't see it being that hard. Should I do, because to be honest, the bigger leap is between +1 -1 and +2 -2. That's where the bigger leap is. There's a 3 option difference and then a 1 option difference. So I think just going straight down, I mean, it takes a long time to do that. You might have people kind of cutting in and seeing what you're up to. But I really like what's happening here. Even though these don't look like super distinct shapes, I like that the abilities are different. And they're still worth the same, the difference in points. So like just like what they were before. So 2, 3, and 4 points. Oh, maybe we should go bigger. 2, 3, and 5 points. Yeah, this was pretty exciting to like kind of run across this evaluation method. Now I just need to figure out how to. Okay, so let me start on this edge here. Okay, and then a +1 +1. What? Okay. Oops. I guess we're going A as the cheapest. Okay, and then B is a roll. Is a roll, and then a +1 +1, right? +1 +1 +1. I'll keep talking about it like that. A roll, a +1, and then another +1. Okay, so that's B, and then C is +1 +2 +2. Did I have any +2s? No. Um, so it's a +1. What if I wait a minute? +1 +1 +1 +2. No, I think that's okay. +1 -1s. So that would be B. +1 -1. So C is +1 +2 +2. C, actually, let me just do this. This is +2 +2. Shrink it just a little bit. Okay, spending way more time on this than I expected. My goals today really are to work to, I need to, get my class stuff done. So C1 is like this. And then C2 will be like this. C3. Okay, then I think it's +1 +2. Okay. So the next one will be +1, +2, plus a choose a die face. So D is +1. Just delete that. This, and then I just need a choose a die face. What's cool about this too is, like, I mean, there's so many more combinations that are possible. I don't know that that means they should all be used, but or that just having some different looking skills means it'll actually feel like a different skill. Not too sure about that. Oops. But at least this is something that is, like, in theory, expandable, right? So that's cool. Okay, now there's a challenge in, like, getting these sizes right. And do I like the 2, 3, 4? Probably. That's fine, huh? Okay, so how do I get these sizes right? Let me duplicate this, get these out of the way. Get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, I'll blow it up once. Get these numbers gone. The only thing is I need to remember, like, which, oops, that this is A from right to left. It's A through D from right to left. So that's a thing to remember. And I do want to keep them separate enough so I can select them without selecting everything. It's still not going to be nearly big enough. But it's on the way. Getting closer. I don't think there is a great way for me to do this. Oh, wait a minute. This needs to be a what? I guess I just missed this hex, and it's going down and to the right. Okay. Technically, I don't need to be able to see the whole hex. I just need to be able to. That's not too bad. Okay. Let's do that. This. I do have to say I'm pretty proud of this process here. I didn't think of it until today. I don't know if it's perfect, but it was nice to find a way to systematically build these skills rather than just kind of look at them and say, oh, okay, that looks kind of cool. And actually give these cards different abilities, I think is really neat. Or like the tracks, right? The B's and the C's. Like to actually give them meaningfully different. Oh, wait a minute. Like meaningfully different abilities on the cards is cool. So even though I do think I'm going to leave the points the same, why don't I just bring these all with me? So C. I don't know, this was a lot faster, but that's cool. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now the last one. Yeah, okay. I like these a lot. That was really fun. So I'll export these. Oh no. What happened to my little image? I thought I copied it so that I would have it. I know I downloaded it actually. Okay, so 14. So it should be 2 to 14. 3 to 14, of course. I don't know why I still get that messed up. Like to include, like if there's zeros or if you start at 1 and like what page number. I don't know why that's so confusing to me. So skipping pages 1 and 2, of course you start on 3, but I don't know why. I don't know why that still messes me up. Yeah, this is very exciting. 2 hours, not terrible. Okay. I'm just extracting it now. And what I'll do is I'll update. I'm going to update the TTS mod, first of all. So these are gone. I'm also going to update Dexterous so I can print these out sooner than later. What am I doing? Three, four, five. What did I do? What? So pages 3 through 16? 3 through 14. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I missing? B, what was it? B, oh, it's 7 and 12. How did I not download those? So pages 7 and 12. That is very goofy. I don't know why that happened. The other thing I need to make sure to do today is laundry. That is imperative. Okay, now I'm ready to do these. The order's weird, but that's fine. So save and then export. And I'm going to export right here. I would love to know what the shivers are. Like, what is that? Okay, I'm going to drop these in here. Upload and yes for all. This is great. And then I'll update the PNP as well. It is funny. I feel like it's a little cheap, like kind of dirty, but to just have, wait a minute, you should be updated. What are you? Oh. So it should be 3, 4. So it should be 13 is not here, and 14 is not here. Nice. Oops. Okay, here comes TTS. So I'm just going to group all these real quick. Update the image. Was it this one? Nope. It was. It should. I feel like it should have saved. It's not in there. Where did I save that? Wait, did it export? I feel like it did. Oh, export to where? Download South Shore Vibes skill. Right here. What? Okay, there we go. The cards are too small for the cubes. That's all right. Just increase the size. And this looks different as well. So let me. I wonder if I have the images. I think I might have downloaded them. Did not. Oh, I need to re-download them anyway because I mean what I'm talking about is the yeah, this thing. So I need to share both of these because I changed the cost of movement and I added reroll the neutral dice ability, so it's pages 2 and 3. PNG. Pages 2 and 3. Weirdly, I feel like this is actually suddenly like a pretty stable design. I have the feeling. I mean, obviously it needs to get play tested, but I think there's something to it. I'm gonna export Party Wave as PDF. I don't know where it's gonna put it. Yes, I do. Okay, so that's good. Challengers. Okay, sweet. Okay, did I do everything? No, I need to finish updating the mod here. Okay, this I can delete. What did I just download? Okay, good. Okay, so custom. And then what I just. No, it's this one. Okay, so that'll be the first image. Work that guy. I'm really excited about this. Like, it's got so much more than it did originally, but it's so much simpler. And I love now that there is this built-in engine building aspect of getting the skill cards. I think that's amazing. I think it's very, very clean, very, very elegant. At least I hope so. And we start with 6 dice, not 5. So I'll throw these out here. Yeah, so that's great. And then I also need a pawn for each player. So just do blue over here, pink, yellow, and red. Obviously, oh wait, this should be purple. And I'm going to change this blue to the blue over here. Yeah, marking the surfer is important for turn order. Let me make sure this is the same red. It was not. And it's the same yellow. Such a funky brownish yellow. All right, so now I'm gonna set up the cards up here. So B3, 2, 1, nice. A3, 2, 1. D3. Okay. Three, two, 1. Get rid of these. Just like that. And now I can rearrange at will. Okay. All right, nice. Okay, so that is the updated mod. For Party Wave. Oh wait, this should be down here. Oh, yeah. So this is here. Really excited about these developments. Actually, I'm gonna grab this, an image of this right here. a systematic way to build the skill cards. They now include an end aspect because they have once per round abilities. If my understanding of the game is correct, they should also be balanced, even though each deck of skill cards has different abilities, has a different set of abilities. Yeah, pretty excited about that. I think that is a pretty big deal. So that's cool. All right, well that was a long stream, and it looks like I'm losing you anyway. Thanks for hanging out with me this long, over 2 hours. I do have a lot of work to get to, but I appreciate having made all this progress. So anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.